what's going on? Welcome back to the predictions and breakdowns. Today we are taking a look at UFC Fight Night, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong, which is taking place on Saturday, August the 29th, starting at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That main card will start at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You also do have Road to UFC starting at 6 or 5 a.m., I believe, on Friday morning. So make sure you check that out if you are interested. We will start with the early prelims. We will end with the main event. This card is a banger. If you do not like this card, it is because you do not like MMA. There is crazy finishes. There's crazy strikers on the card. And there is literally a recipe for disaster in almost every single fight. And I'm so down for it. So I'm going to break it down, give you some top picks to lead it off if you guys are into the betting scenarios. And then we'll just leave it off with my my favorite picks of the entire card at the end. Let's go. Oh, that was almost the wrong thing. There we go. This one's super easy, honestly. I like every single pick here. There's a lot of confidence in most of these. It does get a little sketchy as we get later, but here we go. Early prelim opener, Meng Ding, versus Cam Nelson. I'm going to go with the Prince Edward Island native, Cam Nelson, to get it done against Meng Ding. It seems as though Meng Ding, if he doesn't get a finish in his fights, he just kind of wilters and fades away in the second and third round. Cam Nelson seems to have a lot of good improvements throughout his career. He's been striking quite well. He's been moving through CFFC and FLA, which is the Atlantic Fight League. I can't fucking remember what it's called. Fight League Atlantic, that's what it is. He's the champ over there, and he doesn't have super high level of competition. Meng Ding probably does have, obviously, the more experience, but I do think Cam Nelson and his grappling capabilities, alongside his MMA potential, is going to just overwhelm Meng Ding and put him against the cage. I think Meng's honestly awful. He lost to Jose Souza, and Jose Souza is one of the worst fucking prospects I think I've seen in a long time. And I think here Cam Nelson's going to have some good success. I think he's going to be able to get into the UFC quite easy. I think this is going to be a good win to have under his belt, seeing as Meng Ding, very high-level striker, starting to get a little bit older, seems to be getting a little bit worse for wear with the damage, and I just can't rightfully pick Meng Ding, especially after losing to Jose Souza, so we're going to stay away, go with Cam Nelson, the Canadian native. Next on the prelims, Jingnang Zhong versus Julia Pelostri. I'm going to go with Psycho to get it done against Jingnang Zhong. Angela Hill put on an absolute masterclass, 3-outer, and showed that there are levels to this game. I think Julia Pelostri's been working on her game quite well. She's got very good striking, and she's probably going to be a little bit faster than the 38, almost 39-year-old Zhong, who's just not there anymore. She's not a high-level contender anymore. She doesn't really have the potential, in my opinion, and she isn't really looking for gold anymore. This is more of a money fight, in my opinion, and Julia Pelostri, she wants the title. She wants to still have a run at it. She thinks she's one of the better strawweights in the division, which arguably she is. And she's getting Jingnang Zhong, who's basically at the end of her career, getting UFC fights out of her prime, and is just looking to bully down people. Julia Pelostri is lacking 2 inches of height, but I do believe that she will come out on top. This fight probably going to a decision, or with the girls getting a late TKO over each other, maybe in rounds 3. I was going to say rounds 2 or 3, but I don't believe that a round 2 knockout is even fucking viable, especially because Zhong takes punishment quite well, and Pelostri just hasn't been knocked out ever in her career. Next, and again, the places where Julia Pelostri falters is just all the grappling, and Zhong as well, the grappling. We're just going to be standing and banging, going to be a firefight. Next on the prelims, Lawrence Louis, which very good prospect here against Hector Santiago. I'm going to go with Lawrence Louis to get it done. Out of city kickboxing, very solid striking. Had a split decision on the road to UFC with Sulang Rangbo, which I thought Louis won pretty clear. The split decision was a little bit rough, sure. He knocked out Naim in the second round, or Naim, whatever his name is. Qingye Zhang is absolute shit, so I don't even rate that fight whatsoever. But Hector Santiago has fought literal bums. Louis should have a massive advantage over this. Should probably be a minus 350 or more favorite. Probably getting you a discounted line at minus 300 if I'm being honest. He's got the height advantage. He's got the reach advantage. He's got the frame advantage as well at 135. The guy's fucking massive. And he has excellent technique. Very high level kickboxing. And he's got extreme nasty elbows. He's got really just good frame for everything Muay Thai. So I really like Lawrence Louis. He's got okay takedown defense. Hasn't really been tested so far, but I'm sure that's what he's been working here. Guess we lost a little bit of sound there. We're back. Like I was saying, Lawrence Louis, chef's kiss, beautiful striking. Wish he would push the pressure a little bit more. I think he'd get knockouts in a lot more of his fights. He tends to hurt guys, play it a little bit too soft. I don't mind when guys put the brakes on a little bit, you know, let them walk into shots. But if you're really going to take the brakes on fully and fight like you're in the first round fresh again after you just rock him, maybe don't try to rock him. Maybe just play point fights and stop trying to hurt guys and overextend, because there's no point of hurting them if you're not going to finish them. You're just letting them survive. Anyway, Lawrence Louis, minus 300 favorite. Snag it. Next on the prelims, Jack Jenkins versus Sean Woodson. I'm fucking worried about this one, so I'm not picking Sean Woodson. This seems like a trap. 34-year-old, minus 150 line. He does have 10 inches of reach advantage. That is 100% true. That is real. Sean Woodson has legs like fucking pencils. Jack Jenkins is going to soften those up, and he will have no power whatsoever. He will then move in for the kill, probably using the clinch position to just secure takedowns or just bully him on the feet. Sean Woodson should not be a featherweight. He probably arguably should be a lightweight. He has a massive frame, doesn't really have a lot of muscle, seems really, really thin. He has power that I don't even know where the fuck it comes from realistically. And Jack Jenkins here, really, really strong, really fucking powerful, and should be able to beat the fuck out of Sean Woodson, at least in the leg kick scenario. If he does not leg kick Sean Woodson, I'm so serious about this. If he does not leg kick Sean Woodson, Jack Jenkins is going to get knocked out in the second round. If he doesn't use leg kicks in his game whatsoever, Sean Woodson will put him away just with 1-2s and jabs. There's just no fucking way Jack Jenkins is going to shoot in on a fucking double leg takedown, 10 inches out, almost a foot, and you have to play that game. Nope. You're going to get uppercutted, kneed. Sean Woodson's nasty in the clinch, man. He's got really good knees. He's got really good everything. But if you soften those legs up, kid can't move that well anymore. Push him off. Throw some elbows. Throw some spinning shit. Take him down. Try and force him up on that leg. Maybe it buckles. Maybe it dips. Maybe secure a late submission if you're Jack Jenkins. I like Jenkins a lot here. Plus 3.5, definitely solid. Jenkins doesn't really get TKO'd. His problem is the grappling. Is Sean Woodson going to grapple? No, not that I see. Doesn't have the frame for it. All striking. Going to go with Jack Jenkins. Has more ways to win. Just looks a little bit better in general. Next on the prelims, Long Zhao versus Francisco Nuzzi. If you're really looking at it, has there ever really been a successful Italian mixed martial artist? Not particularly. Is it really going to start with Francisco? No. Long Zhao looked really, really good against Cody Brennan before the double foul. Su Young Yu, sure, beat him up a little bit, but knocked out Kwang Lee. Looked really solid. Chang Ho Lee, I thought Long Zhao won that fight as well. Or Zhao Long, won that fight. I feel like he should have a little bit better of a record than he does. I'm going to go with Zhao Long to get it done against Francisco. Maybe a knockout in the second round. Seems to be really, really aggressive. Loves to play the power punching ability and is just overly zealous when it comes to situations. Loves to go up 2 rounds right away, and I'm okay with that. I think Francisco Nuzzi in the spotlight for the first time. Maybe he gives up 2 rounds, tries to play the third really heavy. That's exactly what Zhao Long wants. I'm going to go Zhao Long. What is it? Close to even? Minus 180? Love it. Play the line. Not much to talk about. I mean, these are road to UFC guys. I don't like the road to UFC guys. I think they're shit. I've talked about this 1,000 times. I do think they will never become a fucking UFC champion, in my opinion. But, you know, to each their own. Next on the prelims, Ray Tesura versus Kevin Borjas. If you're picking Kevin Borjas, you have a fucking brain hemorrhage. Kevin Borjas' grappling is so questionable, I don't know what else to talk about. Ray Tesura is just going to maul him. He will probably put him to the ground and just beat the fuck out of him and maybe force up a submission. I think Kevin Borjas is okay on the feet. I think he's got really, really solid boxing. Really, really, really slick. Beat up Andre Lima. Just doesn't have the overall capability to get it done. Doesn't have an overall mixed martial arts, ground and pound game. Doesn't have a ground game. Doesn't really have a lot of good jiu-jitsu, just kind of focuses on his boxing and his kickboxing. Don't like that from Borjas. I think Ray Tesura, a better prospect, 24 years of age, just better overall capability to get it done on the feet. He's got really, really solid power alongside the nasty grappling. He only has a loss to Joshua Van, still stole a round or 2 from him, and Luis Gurule did get submitted by him, which is really impressive. I love it from Ray Tesura. I think he gets a late submission over Kevin Borjas. Maybe minus 600 is wild, but don't mind the line, I guess, if it's a big fat parlay on Bet365 where you get the boost. Andre Lima versus Namzrai Bayar. I don't fucking care. I'm just going to call him Batty. Okay, Andre Lima versus Batty. I'm going to go with Andre Lima to get it done. This is just a situation of road to UFC versus UFC talent. Again, I'm not going with UFC a road to UFC guy, who's exclusively a finisher against Andre Lima, who's literally never been finished in his career, has really, really solid knockout capabilities. His counter boxing is exceptional, never really been rocked in any of his fights, and now you're getting a minus 250 line over a guy who's not even fought a really high-level contender. Yeah, give me Andre Lima to get it done over Batty. I think he's just better. I think he's overall just a better striker as well on the feet, even though he's got all finishes over there on the other side. And I do think Andre Lima going to be able to wade through the fire, especially after a loss last time around against Kevin Borjas. I think he's going to get it done and look flawless. Give me Andre Lima to get it done on the featured prelim of the evening, where you may see a finish, because that's usually where they sit it at. So maybe head over for the not to go distance line and maybe pick Andre Lima to get it done via knockout. Maybe Nemsarai gets it done, but I really, really, really doubt it. I don't think he's good enough to get it done against Lima, especially on his fucking UFC jitters. No chance. All right, let's pull off this main card. Let's bang it out. I think this is a really, really solid main card. Very, very striker's delight here. Probably going to be mostly finishes. And let's just start off with one right here. Bilal Hassan versus Nilson Rojas. I'm going to tell you right now, if Bilal Hassan does not get this done in the first round, it's going to start getting fucking scary. Nilson Rojas is also a guy who has undebatable confidence. He's 9-0 as well, alongside Hassan. These are both guys who are going to walk into this fight feeling like they are the king of the earth. Okay? Nilson Rojas is walking into this knowing that there is nothing that he can do. There's no losing here. He loses, he lost to a high-level prospect who's going to beat him anyway. He wins here, he becomes one of the biggest fucking underdog wins on the card, and just chooses to become fucking God himself, basically. I'm a little bit worried about this one. I'm not putting money on this one unless it's on Rojas. Bilal Hassan looks a little bit wild, had a really, really tough fight in the CFFC, made it to a fourth round against an 8-4 guy who just had no business being in there with him, arguably, if you look at his other fights. And Hassan didn't deal with it too well. I mean, he got the fourth round TKO, but the fact that he wasn't able to finish it earlier gives me a little bit of worry. Makes me feel like he doesn't put it all together if he doesn't get it done in the first round. And Nilson Rojas, very, very willing to take a distance if he has to. Very, very willing to put into a brawl if he really has to. And I think here he's not at a disadvantage to say. He's definitely going to be having a really tough fight, but I do think it's possible for Rojas to get it done. I'm just going to say not under 1.5 rounds for this fight. Someone's probably going out. Usually if you have a big striker's delight like this, it goes distance. So I guess maybe you should take a look at the line to go distance. If it's paying anything better than plus 280, I would definitely put a little bit of money on there, seeing as these guys could definitely just be scared of each other's power at one point, especially if they both crack each other. Next on the main card, but I mean, most likely Hassan's going to win by a fucking flashy-ass knockout, but I think Rojas can definitely pull out something crazy. Next on the main card, Levi Rodriguez Jr., the guy who beat up fucking Freddy Vidal and then beat up the guy who fucking Freddy Vidal choked out in Felipe Franco, versus C. Liu. And I'm not going to lie to you. I was not picking C. Liu all week until I looked into C. Liu and found out he's a K1 fucking kickboxing champion. Okay? A K1 kickboxing champion and some fucking random-ass blob heavyweight who has okay takedown defense. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. I'm going with C. Liu to get it done by knockout. He's in China. He's got China behind him. He's going to have the crowd behind him. Fuck UFC jitters, bro. This guy fought for a K1 world world title. Get the fuck out of here. Levi Rodriguez Jr. is going to get knocked the fuck out. I'm sure C. Liu has only lost to grapplers, and Rodriguez is not a grappler. This dude's a striker. He is going to get lit up by C. Liu. This is going to be body kicks. This is going to be leg kicks. This is going to be fucking left hooks to the chin until Levi Rodriguez Jr. falls down and eats shit. This is 4-ounce gloves, too. That guy's used to fighting in fucking 12, probably, which is fucking crazy. Silu gets it done. Knockout early. Next on the main card, Alex Perez versus Sumadarji. I picked Sumadarji in the first one. I picked Sumadarji again. There's no fucking way Alex Perez is going to outpick and outrange Sumadarji. He's 72 inches of reach at 125. Get the fuck out of here. Alex Perez is going to get picked out and picked off. He's going to get knocked out in the second or third round. He's got no business being in there with Sumadarji, a guy who's got fucking high caliber boxing, really good takedown defense, really solid fucking grappling, only been choked out by fucking very few guys. Really, really nasty. Only lost to super, super high level contenders. Alex Perez near the same, but knee injury. It's a little bit more fucked up. He's got a lot of injuries leading into this fight. Was out for many fucking years over that. Lost many fights in a row. Didn't win from 2021 to like 2025 or 2024, whatever it was. Fucking crazy span of losses. And now he fights Sumadarji. I'm telling you right now, the Tibetan Eagle is going to knock him out. He's got a nasty jab. He's got a nasty 1-2. And he's just better with his cardio now. Probably not even making it to the third round if we really look at it. Next on the main card. This one's fucking easy. 5-second prediction. You guys ready? Arichi Long versus Kaya Sakura. Kaya Sakura, round 1 knockout. Arichi Long is not making it out of the first round. Kaya Sakura is going to drop him like a sack of potatoes. We all saw Cameron Smotherman get fucking blitzed out, which is insane, by the way, how much power Kaya Sakura has at 135. And he's going to do it again. He's literally just going to blitz him out, and he's going to put him down, and then he's going to run around the cage again. Because Kaya Sakura literally is one of the greatest strikers I've ever seen in my fucking life, and he should have gotten to the UFC 10 years ago, and I'm glad he's here. Because he actually could be a bantamweight champion. He's got real potential. If he gets a little bit of grappling going, holy dear lord, will Kaya Sakura own the division. Next, co-main event of the evening, Yan Xiaonan, the 37-year-old former title contender versus Denise Gomes. Guess what? I'm going with Denise Gomes. As much as that seems fucking dumb as shit too, because Yan Xiaonan is high level, very, very solid striker, very good on the ground. Yeah, well, Weili Zhang choked her shit 2 years ago. Literally choked her unconscious, and she was still able to fight somehow. She beat up Tabitha Ricci, sure. Verna Jandiroba a year. Denise Gomes is going to get a knockout or decision. Yan Xiaonan is going to retire off of this. There's no fucking way I see Denise Gomes losing this. This should be Gomes walking forward, beating the hell out of the girl, winning a tough decision, or blitzing her out because Yan Xiaonan sits in the pocket way too long. Denise Gomes, Yan Xiaonan has an 82% pick rate. Yeah, that's just because of the name, bro. I'm telling you right now, the fact that the odds are only almost even, they really think Denise Gomes, who's 11 years younger, is going to be faster striker and probably out-cardio her. Yeah, guess what? Probably what's going to happen. I haven't seen Denise Gomes get ragdolled by anybody since fucking losing a striking battle to Angela Hill. Luma looked boomy. She lost. Okay, we're back, okay? I'm sorry. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong. Umar Nurmagomedov by sub round 3, 4, 5, or decision. Because Umar's just going to ragdoll him. There's no way I see Song Yadong winning this fight. I literally see not one fucking way he can win this fight, except a crazy-ass knockout, which is not going to happen against Umar. Doesn't get chinned, doesn't really get hurt, never really been hurt, except for when he got his leg chewed up against Merab Dvalishvili. I think he broke his hand in that fight, too. Should be an easy one, should be a fun one to watch. Song Yadong, though, gonna get ragdolled. There's really nothing else to say about it. There's, like, nothing else is gonna happen. He's gonna get chain wrestled to the floor, end up in a submission attempt, after submission attempt, gonna be bleeding out of his nose for the 19th fight in a row, and he's gonna lose a decision 50-45 or get submitted late, because he's gonna give up. I mean, I'd give up too, bro. If I were you, I would have given up probably 3 weeks ago and called the fight already, because there's no way you're beating Umar. The only guy that can beat Umar is, like, Piotr Yan or, like, Merab. That's about it. I don't see anybody else. That's it, guys. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you have not already. This was the predictions and breakdowns. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys a couple good bets to end it off. We're going to go with, where is it here? Jack Jenkins, plus 3.5. Love it. Probably minus 150 or something. I absolutely fucking love that. Long Zhao, over 1.5 rounds. I don't mind it. He could blitz out Nuzzi for a quick one. Long Zhao line, though. Love it, for sure. Where is it here? Si Lu, love it even more that I know he's a K1 champion. I'm going to go Si Lu by knockout. I think he's getting it done early, under 1.5 rounds. Alex Perez versus Sumadarji. Sumadarji by knockout / decision is a good line. Kaya Sakura, under 1.5 rounds by knockout. Love it. That's a fucking solid line. If it pays anything better than a minus 180, stack your cash on it. Denise Gomes versus Yan Xiaonan. We're going with Denise Gomes plus 5.5 if it's available for a co-main event, or plus 3.5. If you can get it for anything better, like plus 3.5, if you get anything better than like minus 210, it's a good value. If you get minus plus, or I hate this microphone, bro. Anyway, again, if you can get plus 5.5 Denise Gomes, minus 235 or better, fat value. If you can get plus 3.5 at minus 210 or better, fat value. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong, no best bet there. Too sketchy. I guess Umar minus like 11 and a half. There's no fucking way he's losing a round against Song unless he breaks an arm or something. And even if that happens, don't play the fight. Just don't play the fight over 1.5 rounds, over 2.5 rounds, whatever the fuck you want to play. Umar probably gets a late sub or a decision. That's it. That's all I got for you guys today. The best lines that I like, if you guys want to bet a 5-pick parlay, you go Jack Jenkins, Long Zhao, Si Lu, Sumadarji, Kai Sakura. Smash it and pass it. That's all I got for you guys today. I love you guys. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.